the wonderful people at the circus. I almost sneezed. I'm sorry.
Nick, the judge is getting all misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. There's no crying in court. Let's keep going.
What does paper say? Ow.
How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster?
He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother.
Ew! That's weird.
It really is.
Anyways. Let's move on.
Yeah. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
I only have a cousin.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. My aunt accused me of murder. Tried to frame me. And my sister was murdered. And I was blamed for that too. By the guy who ruined my mother's life and caused her to run away. And disappear.
What about the other people at the circus?
So you're not the only one with a sob story, Acro.
This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers, so no one really took the time to look after us. They were a little worried about those things, but the ringmaster, he could always see with us and a laugh and a smile, and I'm exhausted.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I always thinking of what I could help. I wanted to thank.
Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult.
So how long have you been performer?
You started off as an acrobat at that early an age?
I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me. Ever since then, I've been an incredible physical chef. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries, and it was nearly a household name.
The Flying Dinglingberries.
Sure.
I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar.
Yeah. Jesus, trying to sound more relatable. The point that is, I wanted, be of some use.
So do I. But you don't see anyone being like, Maya, you're so useful, we're not going to hold you in contempt of court for your usefulness. It's because that would be stupid.
The court will take a 10-second recess so the judge can take a nap.
Just randomly.
10 seconds is over already. Remarkable.
The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ah! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within, not the poop? You better think about this, Mr. Wright. You better think hard.
No matter how you look at it, there's no way I can see the witness ever taking the victim's life.
Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to see it. See it. Them. I hate to see them. They're ugly.
Yes.
Also, I agree with him. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I still think they're biased towards the prosecution. No one cared about Maya's motive for murder when she was accused of murdering her sister.
That's actually a good point. They actually didn't.
No one cared about that.
It's a good point. They actually didn't bring that up. And actually, the two cases that I do remember that Maya was accused, they didn't bring that up in either of them.
I mean, no, in the one in this game, it wasn't her really that killed the victim. Or it was accused of killing the victim. It was, it was the person that she was channeling, but she kind of got
bring up any motive.
Caught up into that. No, because the doctor, she was, bleh. They did bring up motive in that one.
Oh, but yeah, not the first one.
Not the first one, no. In that one, I don't know what they were doing. No one cared about Maya's motive in that case. Just, oh my god, her name is Wright in blood. She must be the murderer. That's all they needed. That's all the proof they needed with Maya. But with this guy, they're like, oh no, he has had a hard life. So we'll give him a pass on this. He definitely couldn't be a murderer. He had a hard life
and really loved the person who was killed.
Because Maya never loved her sister at all.
And she didn't have a hard life.
Maya has had a perfectly easy life her entire life, and has never had anything bad happen to her ever.
Yes.
Like, I just don't understand that. They only bring up the issue with motive when it's an issue for the defense. When it's an issue for the prosecution, they don't care if the defendant's sister was the one that was murdered.
Believe.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
I would like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor. No, I would like to ask you a question, Your Honor. Why is it that Maya's motive didn't matter?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That is...
What was that? The real question is, what was Acro's motive for killing the murderer? Wait, what?
Wait, what? I mean, actually, yes, actually, that might be... Of course I can. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no. I just can't. Oh, this is going to be good.
I don't know why I read it like that.
Okay, I guess I'll just present it then.
Huh? Oh. Motive proof, please.
His brother!
I mean, over this.
Okay, I guess not. He didn't kill the ringmaster because of his dead brother. Nope, not at all. Okay. Leon. No, I guess not. Okay. This is poop. Nope. Poop. I can't provide one. Nick? Yeah, I don't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
Stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Bat's scarf. That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ah! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
And?
Acro.
You mean the end of this long, arduous
You didn't
trial?
plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you?
Whatever
The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? Oh, it was where I was going with that. Regina. I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russell Berry. What?
Order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who is loud.
Permission to go to the bathroom?
Twice.
Permission to go to the bathroom while the bailiff is doing this? Okay.
Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my car?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Regina Berry?
young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to...
The only things allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Okay, Balance! Go get a thing for
And
death!
that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. I know why.
Yes, me too. I demand proof now. Proof.
It was because of his brother. Oh, that proves that he was, not why he was. I know that too, though. The note. Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this?
That's...
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Thanks to me.
Ringmaster's tail... the victim's tailcoat.
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
Pause it for a second.
Okay.
So you're saying that he called Russell...
There's just one little problem.
Bravo!
Acro did indeed place this note in this someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. It's the truth, Your Honor.
No!
This isn't a theory. A game theory. Thanks for not watching.
I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe anything you say until I have fries.
The murderer was Max.
Huh?
The murderer was Max. You don't have fries yet.
I refuse to believe you.
Hmm?
I refuse to believe you. I have no fries.
Oh, well then I guess it's not Max then, right?
Give me fries.
Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why,
I
the
don't
morning
believe
of the
you. I
crime,
don't have fries.
she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, read the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina.
I don't believe you. I don't have fries.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Or don't.
Burst out of the window would have been impossible. So I couldn't do it. I couldn't. No.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, not the palace, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I got it. Oh, I don't believe you. I don't have pride.
And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey, Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Sure. He just says this is an objection. Foolishly foolish, fool with words. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardily fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Uh-huh. That's the line in the note, all right. You can read. Well, then if the note was sent to Regina Barry, it must mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. We're going to end it here. Thanks for watching, Pharaoh.